With Port Royale 4 beta available to players who pre-order the game right now, let's take a look at everything that is new and different compared to the previous installment of Port Royale. Do note that the beta represents a game in development and not all mechanics are working and not all content is available in the game at this moment. Right off the bat, the main menu screen, game selection and character choices all look much better while still keeping that artistic look of the previous games. Even the campaign intro is very artful, looking like a painting coming to life. Then when you load the game, you're met with a new advisor who has escaped his little box from the previous game and has found a new place on the screen. He looks much better and more alive, akin to Civilization or Stellaris' advisors. These are just some of the games I have shown you on my channel before, and for anyone new to my channel, I want to welcome you and offer you to check out some of my other videos, which I will link up here on the right and in the description below. You can also subscribe and get notified if you want to see more content like this. The map in Port Royale 4 has also had a significant upgrade. It's no longer looking like an artful picture that was animated, it is now fully animated and you no longer switch screens to go into towns, you just zoom in. On one hand, it's a really welcome change that makes the game feel more complete with towns being an interactive part of the map, rather just markers. But the game has lost a really masterful art design of the main map, which was, at least to me, more pleasant to look at. This change will, however, allow the towns to show off their growth right there on the map, instead of a separate screen that you would have to load into. This represents quite the trade-off, and time will tell how the fans of the franchise will accept this change. If I compare this game to the previous installment, the towns no longer show what they deserve most right there on the map, but rather what they produce. This is another core change which requires a lot of getting used to. Again, as with the map, it's a trade-off. When you take a look at a random city and see that it produces rope, for example, you can guess that it wants hemp. But that is if it doesn't show that it produces it. So this tells you at a glance what goods you could sell to that town. But this isn't universal. There are towns which produce cloth, but also the cotton needed for cloth production. So you cannot just sail there with a cargo hold full of cotton and expect to make a casket full of gold. The buy and sell interface has had a cool upgrade, which I really approve of. When you place your cursor on a good which you want to buy or sell, and left click, all you need to do is move to the right or the left depending do you want to buy or sell. This is an efficiency improvement over the previous game where you had to click on a good and then additionally click on the option to sell or buy and draw your mouse cursor. The unstoppable invasion of hexes into games has claimed the Port Royale franchise as well. So now towns in this game, both inside and out, have the hex based building setup. On the main map, the towns expand into a new hex as they grow, while on the inside their structures are built on a hexagonal map of the town. Important buildings like the chapel or market still play their part in the happiness of the population and are required to be constructed next to residential buildings. Another gameplay mechanic change in this game compared to the previous ones are the small events where towns ask for a specific good to be delivered in a specific amount, and you see this by a star showing up next to the town's name. This small game mechanic seems to me like a throwback to the previous versions of the game where each town would show you exactly what it requires the most. Another new mechanic in Port Royale 4 is how you use fame. It is an actual resource now and you get the so-called concessions when you use up fame. These give you the ability to hire more ship captains, without which you cannot set up trade routes, the automatic buy and sell system of the game. You can also unlock concessions for constructing businesses which will produce goods and products. And lastly, you can unlock bonuses for your town to get more happiness for your population and additional settlers from the homeland, the colonial powers. There are a lot more things that I want to show and tell you about Port Royale 4, like the difference between characters and nations, combat, trade routes, ships, other game modes and more, but I will do so in another video. This game will stay in beta until the 25th of September and there is only the version for Windows at the moment, 8.1 and higher, while an interesting addition will be the possibility of playing this game using a controller which is not in the beta yet. You can get access to the beta if you pre-order on the Calypso's website and there is a lower price for it. I want to thank the developers and publishers for sending me a copy so I can show this game off to you. If you have any specific questions about the game or want to see something in action, tell me in the comment section and I will show it to you in the next video. Also, if you are interested in watching a let's play of this game, do let me know. Thank you for watching and as always, I wish you happy gaming.